People who are addicted to toxic behaviors, unfortunately, they end up in a death spiral because, well, when they are identified with being treatable only in toxic ways, that also becomes, unfortunately, their escapism. They feel bad and they need more of that to theoretically try to feel good. But especially in the case of women who feel much more in tune with their emotions, it is also getting harder and harder in this way because the problem is they are very in tune with their emotions. They're always going to people that, you know, since they are programmed to be treated in bad ways, they will tend to find and go towards people that will treat them as such. So the point is, when they are treated badly, their emotions will tell them that they don't feel good. So most likely they will indulge in even more so that they try to, feel somewhat good. Because unfortunately, and this is the case of a lot of people, well, it takes a long time till you finally meet someone who treats you differently. And when you're treated differently and you're very identified with the fact that you only need to be treated in a toxic way because that's the only thing you've met, obviously it will feel very unpleasant. It will feel very tricky to accept something which is completely different. This kind of shows you that, well, this kind of shows others, not you. It shows others that you are a very simple minded person and you're definitely not a spouse material. Because the point is, you're dependent on being treated in a toxic way, and that's something that you're dependent upon. You want the emotions, right? You want to feel like garbage, and that's the only thing. That's why people who function like that, well, they just want those toxic emotions, and that's it. They will run from any other responsibility or any other form of emotional involvement, right? Especially if it makes them feel otherwise than toxic. Most likely, sex is something they will do because, well, it is a very good distraction from a lot of things. But as I said, being dependent to toxic behaviors is a death spiral because at the same time it easily becomes escapism. See, a lot of people go to probably end up even in BDSM relationships or things like that. But the problem with these fetishes is that a fetish, when you indulge in it, you do it unconsciously. And the problem is you're not solving the problem, you're not um, releasing steam. That's the problem. You have an impression that you're releasing steam because you're finally doing something else than investing your energy into the toxicity and misery that you have been programmed to function by. You're actually putting it further in, right? You're forcing it back in instead of letting the steam out. But don't forget, a sick society needs to teach you in reverse so that it can rule you. They tell you if you indulge in fetishes or in all sorts of the such, you let out steam. But you don't let out steam, you just put it even deeper within. So it's gonna be even harder to let it out. And every time you do that, the fetishes make you feel somewhat good, but only because you're doing something different than investing in your misery. So it's a distraction from your pains, but at the same time, you're furthering your pains up to a certain moment when, well, the pain will become crushing enough and you will want to seek a way out. Until then, only misery and suffering will be your, guides, let's say. This being said, hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. You are appreciated, take care, and, well, remember life's a game, so play it, don't let the game play you instead. And, well, Ferenjan Board signing out.